So what do you do when you want to practice Wicca every day, have it part of your life, but sometimes you just lose the motivation, you lose track, and before you know it, you're feeling disconnected again? Hi, I'm Sandra from MysteryWitchSchool.com, and if you're new to this channel and you want to become a witch or a Wiccan, or you just want to know more about what we do, hit the subscribe button below so that you don't miss anything. This video is about what to do to bring motivation back into your practice. And it's not even motivation, it's just getting you back in touch with you again. Making time for you again. So there are three main things that can help with this. Number one is actually coming back to asking yourself why you want to practice the craft in the first place. So for example, what's your real motivation for practicing? Is it to connect with nature? Is it to connect with spirit, to connect with yourself? Is it to experience the truth of existence? Is it to raise your consciousness? Is it to be able to also create the life that you want to be able to create through magic and through working on yourself and removing those limiting beliefs that may be keeping you back from actually being able to create the life that you want to create on that inner level? What's the reason? Why? Asking yourself, why? What is it? What is it about the craft that I love? And really taking some time to journal that down, write that down, because that will help motivate you to keep going. It will help motivate you to learn the craft. It will help motivate you to keep reading. It will help motivate you, hopefully, to keep practicing every day, because honestly, this is a practice. It's not a theory. It's something you do every day. And the more you do it, the more it becomes part of who you are and the more connected you feel. Connecting is something that is really, if you're really wanting to build that connection, practice it every day, because with anything, to become good at anything, you need to practice it. For it to become second nature to you, where you don't even have to think about it, you practice every day. That's how you learn an instrument, that's how you learn to dance, that's how we learn anything, is by doing practice every day. So ask yourself, what is it about this, and why do I want to learn more about it? Because when you know your why, you're halfway there. Second is to challenge yourself and ask yourself, well, what excuses am I making for not practicing? Or what excuses am I making for not fully engaging in learning how to do this properly? And I say properly meaning learning it in a way that's more perhaps structured, that can keep you into a rhythm, that you can develop habit around, so it makes it easier for you to practice. What is it that's stopping me? Is it a belief? Is it that I feel I'm not good enough? Is it a belief that I don't know enough? Is it fear of getting it wrong? Is it the fear of not getting it right? And writing that down and then challenging those beliefs and looking at those beliefs, putting them under your own microscope and going, okay, how real is this? It might feel real. Blocks do feel real, but that doesn't mean because something feels real that it is real. So challenge yourself if you've got any blocks, any doubts, or anything that's stopping you. Even the challenge of time can be challenged. What's in your life that you can perhaps spend less time on? Can you spend less time watching Netflix or flicking through Facebook or doing things like that? There's always ways that you can find an extra 10 minutes a day to just simply do some communing, some energy work, some grounding work, and some meditation and communing with spirit and nature, or even just going for a walk, feeling the earth energy under your feet, that kind of thing. And the last thing is, if you can create a space, so even if you can't create a physical space, and it's good to have a physical space that's sacred, even if it's a drawer in a chest of drawers or an office drawer, even just having a space that you can come to physically that can help remind you of your practice. Even if you have a reminder that's just, like if you can't, for example, set up an altar or a physical space because of your circumstances, is there a symbol that means something to you that may not mean the same thing to other people, that when you look at it, it reminds you of the path, it reminds you of the work? And setting up that space in your mental realm as well. So setting up that space by, again, having that routine of a daily practice can set you up in that mental space. Even if you just have a chant or something that you say in the morning when you wake up, or a chant that you say before you go to bed, just to create that space, that little bit of space to bring you back to your practice. So there are 3 ways that you can come back to your practice if you're finding that you're losing focus and that you're losing motivation. And it happens to all of us in a modern life. Things do get in the way. We are not used to practicing things every day unless you're a musician or you're a dancer or you're somebody who studies something that does demand a physical skill. Most of us aren't used to practicing things every day. We're used to McDonald's, where you just drive through, pick up a hamburger and bang, everything's good. We like instant. And unfortunately, the spiritual path isn't an instant path. It takes time, it takes dedication, and it takes practice. And think of it as coming back to you. This is your time for you. This is your time for yourself. You're not needing to spend this time to appease some deity or to become a good, wholesome person. You're doing this to feed and nourish your soul. And when you understand that you're actually doing this for you, and that the fallout of doing things for you is that all of the good stuff that you get to experience actually then spills out into the environment around you. So the people around you will benefit from it as well. They'll benefit from you being more connected to yourself, being happier in yourself, and that will just make a whole world of difference to everybody around you as well as yourself. So when you work on yourself and you nourish yourself, you nourish other people at the same time. So don't think of it as a selfish act. Yes, it is selfish, but it is more about self-care, so that will filter out to other people. And if you want to, I do have a free PDF that actually goes through these steps. So I will put the link to that PDF. I think it's called the 3 ingredients that's essential to every Wiccan practice. I can't actually remember the name of it. It's quite a long title, but it will be in the description field below. It's a free PDF. It'll guide you through how to find your why. It'll guide you through the limited thinking and how you can use reframes to change that, and also about setting up your space. So do download that and use that to help guide you and to help motivate you in your practice. So until I make my next video, have a wonderful week, and blessed be, and enjoy your practice.